The phenomenon of muscle loss in the elderly, medically termed sarcopenia, has long been regarded as an inevitable consequence of aging. It manifests gradually, often silently, as individuals in their 60s, 70s, and beyond begin to experience declining strength, slower movement, and reduced endurance. This degenerative loss of muscle mass and function is not merely an aesthetic issue. It is deeply tied to overall health, independence, and longevity. However, recent breakthroughs in nutritional science have identified certain natural foods, often labeled as superfoods, that hold the remarkable potential to slow, halt, and even reverse the progression of muscle loss. These discoveries are reshaping our understanding of aging, challenging the once widely accepted notion that the elderly must simply accept frailty as part of life's final chapters. Instead, evidence suggests that with the right nutritional strategies, vitality can be restored, strength can be regained, and muscles can indeed rejuvenate. To comprehend how superfoods influence muscle preservation, it is necessary first to understand the biological underpinnings of muscle degeneration. As humans age, several physiological processes contribute to sarcopenia: hormonal decline, decreased protein synthesis, mitochondrial dysfunction, chronic inflammation, and reduced physical activity. Testosterone, growth hormone, and insulin-like growth factor, IGF-1, all play crucial roles in muscle maintenance, yet their levels plummet with age. Furthermore, the body's ability to convert dietary protein into muscle tissue becomes less efficient, a phenomenon known as anabolic resistance. Mitochondria, the cellular powerhouses responsible for energy production, become damaged over time, leading to fatigue and poor recovery. Compounding these effects are chronic low-grade inflammation, often referred to as inflammaging, and oxidative stress, both of which damage muscle fibers and accelerate their degradation. Traditional dietary patterns, high in processed carbohydrates and low in nutrient density, only worsen these processes. It is within this context that superfoods emerge as powerful allies, offering dense concentrations of bioactive compounds that target multiple pathways simultaneously. Among the most celebrated superfoods for combating muscle loss are those rich in high-quality proteins and amino acids. Protein is the cornerstone of muscle health, and elderly individuals require more of it than younger adults to overcome anabolic resistance. Foods such as quinoa, spirulina, chia seeds, and Greek yogurt have become nutritional heroes for seniors aiming to regain lean mass. Quinoa, for example, is a complete plant-based protein containing all 9 essential amino acids, making it particularly valuable for vegetarians or those who struggle with digestion of animal products. Spirulina, a blue-green algae, is composed of up to 70% protein and includes vital nutrients like iron, magnesium, and B vitamins, all of which contribute to energy metabolism and oxygen transport in muscles. Chia seeds, although small, provide not only protein, but also omega-3 fatty acids, which possess potent anti-inflammatory properties. Greek yogurt, on the other hand, is an easily digestible protein source high in leucine, a branched-chain amino acid, BCAA, that directly stimulates muscle protein synthesis. Regular consumption of these foods can provide the body with the building blocks it needs to rebuild and maintain muscle tissue. However, Muscle preservation is not solely about protein intake. The body also requires anti-inflammatory and antioxidant nutrients to protect muscle cells from oxidative damage. Superfoods such as blueberries, pomegranates, green tea, and turmeric have shown extraordinary promise in this area. Blueberries, abundant in anthocyanins, are capable of reducing oxidative stress and improving mitochondrial function in muscle tissue. Studies have demonstrated that older adults who consume blueberry extracts show enhanced muscle recovery and reduced inflammation after exercise. Pomegranates, rich in polyphenols like elagitannins, improve blood flow and oxygen delivery to muscle cells while promoting mitochondrial biogenesis, the creation of new mitochondria. Green tea, particularly its catechin compound, epigallocatechin-galate, EGCG, activates AMPK, an enzyme that enhances energy metabolism and fat utilization, indirectly supporting muscle endurance. Turmeric, through its active component curcumin, inhibits inflammatory cytokines such as TNF-alpha and IL-6, which are known to contribute to muscle wasting. When incorporated consistently into the diet, these foods act synergistically to create a cellular environment conducive to muscle regeneration. Omega-3 fatty acids deserve special attention in the context of muscle health. Found abundantly in superfoods like salmon, flax seeds, and walnuts, omega-3s have been extensively studied for their anti-inflammatory and anabolic properties. They enhance the sensitivity of muscle cells to insulin and amino acids, thereby promoting greater protein synthesis. In elderly populations, supplementation with fish oil or consumption of fatty fish has been shown to increase muscle mass and strength, even without intensive exercise. The mechanism involves activation of the mTOR pathway, which regulates cell growth and muscle formation. Furthermore, omega-3s improve muscle quality by reducing fat infiltration within muscle fibers, a common problem in aging adults. This dual effect, enhanced protein synthesis and reduced inflammation, makes omega-3 rich foods indispensable in any diet aimed at reversing muscle decline. Equally important are micronutrients and phytochemicals found in leafy greens, nuts, and seeds. Magnesium, potassium, and calcium, abundant in foods like spinach, kale, almonds, and sesame seeds, are critical for muscle contraction, nerve transmission, and energy production. Deficiencies in these minerals can lead to cramps, fatigue, and weakness. Vitamin D, often obtained through fortified foods or sun exposure, is essential for maintaining muscle function and preventing falls. Its deficiency, which is rampant among the elderly, correlates strongly with reduced muscle strength. Moreover, compounds like nitrates in beetroot and arugula improve vascular function, ensuring better oxygen delivery to muscles during both rest and activity. These micronutrients may not have the same public appeal as superfood celebrities like acai berries or spirulina, yet they form the silent foundation upon which muscle resilience depends. Another fascinating area of research lies in the gut-muscle axis. Emerging evidence indicates that gut health profoundly influences muscle metabolism. Superfoods such as kefir, sauerkraut, kimchi, and miso, which are rich in probiotics, help maintain a balanced gut microbiome. A healthy gut reduces systemic inflammation and enhances nutrient absorption, two critical factors in muscle maintenance. For instance, certain gut bacteria produce short-chain fatty acids, SCFAs, like butyrate, which improve insulin sensitivity and reduce muscle catabolism. In contrast, dysbiosis, or imbalance in gut bacteria, can promote chronic inflammation and hinder muscle recovery. Therefore, a diet combining protein-rich and probiotic-rich superfoods creates a synergistic effect, supporting both the digestive and muscular systems. While diet plays a central role, the interaction between nutrition and physical activity cannot be overstated. Superfoods can provide the raw materials for muscle synthesis, but without mechanical stimulation, such as resistance training or even regular walking, the body has no signal to direct these nutrients toward muscle building. Nevertheless, studies have shown that elderly individuals who combine nutrient-dense superfood diets with moderate exercise experience exponential benefits compared to either intervention alone. For example, those who consume green tea catechins before exercising demonstrate greater fat oxidation and endurance. Similarly, consuming a protein-rich smoothie with chia or whey immediately after resistance exercise accelerates recovery and muscle growth. Thus, nutrition and exercise form two halves of the same restorative equation. Beyond biological mechanisms, the psychological and cultural implications of superfood-based interventions are equally profound. Many elderly individuals suffer from malnutrition, not due to scarcity of food, but from poor dietary choices, appetite loss, or limited mobility that hinders meal preparation. Superfoods, when introduced thoughtfully, can reignite interest in eating, turning meals into sources of pleasure and empowerment. Colorful foods like berries, leafy greens, and vibrant spices not only stimulate appetite, but also deliver tangible health benefits. Programs promoting functional nutrition in senior communities have already shown improvements in mobility, mood, and cognitive function. Nutrition, in this context, becomes an act of self-care, a means of reclaiming autonomy over one's health. Of course, challenges remain. The cost and accessibility of certain superfoods can be prohibitive for some older adults. Moreover, the term superfood itself, while useful in popular culture, is not a scientific classification, but a marketing concept. No single food can act as a panacea. The real power lies in dietary patterns, a consistent intake of diverse, nutrient-dense foods, complemented by adequate hydration, sleep, and physical activity. Nutritionists increasingly advocate for a Mediterranean-style diet, which naturally incorporates many of these superfoods: olive oil, fatty fish, legumes, nuts, fruits, and vegetables. This dietary pattern provides the optimal balance of macronutrients and bioactive compounds needed for long-term muscle health. When framed in this holistic manner, superfoods are not exotic supplements, but practical components of everyday meals. Interestingly, some of the most potent muscle-protective compounds are found in humble, everyday ingredients. Garlic and onions, for example, contain sulfur compounds that support collagen synthesis and joint health. Tomatoes, rich in lycopene, reduce oxidative stress in muscle tissue. Even coffee, when consumed in moderation, can enhance performance and endurance due to its caffeine and polyphenol content. The beauty of the superfood approach lies in its adaptability. Individuals can tailor their diets according to taste, culture, and availability while still reaping profound benefits. In rural areas, fermented soy products or sweet potatoes may serve as primary sources of muscle-supporting nutrients. In urban settings, access to imported berries and seeds provides other options. The diversity of nature's offerings ensures that every community can find its own path to healthier aging. Scientific research continues to unravel new possibilities. Recent studies on phytonutrients, like resveratrol, found in grapes and red wine, reveal that it can activate sirtuins, proteins linked to longevity and mitochondrial health. Similarly, compounds in cocoa and dark chocolate have been shown to improve endothelial function and blood flow to muscles. Adaptogens, such as ashwagandha and maca root, are being studied for their potential to modulate hormones and enhance endurance in the elderly. While more clinical trials are needed to validate these effects fully, the accumulating evidence paints an optimistic picture. Nature offers an abundant pharmacopoeia for rejuvenating aging muscles. In a broader societal sense, the shift towards superfood-based nutrition reflects a paradigm change in how we perceive aging itself. No longer seen as a period of inevitable decline, old age can be reimagined as a stage of renewal supported by intelligent nourishment. The combination of science and tradition, modern nutritional insights alongside ancient dietary wisdom, offers a roadmap for aging gracefully and powerfully. In cultures that emphasize plant-based, minimally processed diets, such as Japan's Okinawa or Greece's Ikaria, elderly individuals routinely maintain active lifestyles into their 90s. Their diets, rich in local superfoods like seaweed, sweet potatoes, olive oil, and legumes, demonstrate that muscle preservation and longevity are achievable without expensive supplements or medical interventions. Ultimately, the reversal of muscle loss through superfoods is not a fantasy, but a biological possibility grounded in evidence. It requires consistency, patience, and awareness. When older adults adopt diets abundant in proteins, antioxidants, omega-3s, vitamins, and probiotics, they are not just feeding their bodies, they are nurturing the very systems that keep them strong and mobile. Muscle tissue, once thought to be permanently lost, can regenerate when the right conditions are met. The human body, even in advanced age, retains an extraordinary capacity for healing and adaptation. Superfoods simply provide the tools to unlock that potential. In conclusion, the story of superfoods and muscle regeneration is ultimately a story of hope. It reminds us that aging need not equate to weakness, that nourishment can be medicine, and that every meal holds the power to restore what time has taken away. The elderly who embrace these foods are not merely extending their lives. They are enriching them with renewed vigor, balance, and independence. The science is clear. With the right combination of superfoods, it is entirely possible to reverse the tide of muscle loss, proving that vitality does not belong only to the young, but to all who choose to feed life back into their years.